You were talking about the selfies, and that was like,
Yeah, and people used to get mad at me when I would
Really
talk
mad.
about like taking selfies.
Sure.
People would be like, "God, you're such a buzzkill," and that's another thing I guess I could get into. It's like, unfortunately, if you want to repair your nervous system, you have to damage your nervous system by being a buzzkill to people a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of become somewhat of a recluse to get away from people, because when you're around them, that's going to destroy your nervous system, because they just have so many bad habits they just don't want to address.
Yep.
And so until the civilization figures that out, I think a lot of times socializing isn't even necessarily a good thing for most people, which is another topic we could get into another time.
for sure the amount that people want to socialize. At
Yeah,
the very
well-
least.
People are generally
you know what? Let's get into
over-socialized.
socializing. Why did socializing even begin amongst animals? Why do
Oh, right.
do cells socialize?
To
Do they communicate?
produce, to
Do cells communicate with each
Yeah,
other?
they certainly do.
And to fulfill a certain function.
That's right.
To attain a specific kind of
Yes,
goal, and most
yes.
of the time it's functional.
achieve a
Yes.
goal, yes.
Why did humans begin to communicate in the way that they did in nature?
Same reason.
It was initially functional. Where's the water? Where's food? How do we build this? If we do it together, it happens faster. So let's communicate.
If
on
I have
that.
a job, am I socializing?
Yes.
Right, of course.
So for me, when I think about socializing, it's like I like to socialize on solving problems, because guess how the brain orients socializing?
Sure.
Solving a problem. But recently we've tried to turn socializing into escapism.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm just saying, like, when I was a trainer and I was the lone kook behaving the way that I do and thinking the ways that I did, because very few people could really connect with the ways that I thought, I was by myself a whole great deal, but I didn't feel lonely. You want to know why? Why do you think?
Because you were doing something. You were like producing or
No, because I had clients and I got to
Right,
socialize with
yeah.
them every single day.
Yeah, right.
In fact, it was the most amazing experience of my entire life. I asked myself, why did I even create? If it wasn't for the technologies that we're going to develop,
Sure.
I would not even consider wanting to go down this path ever again in my
Sure,
entire life.
sure.
But I think about all the amazing experiences that I had with amazing people, and that I got to help them alleviate their suffering.
Sure.
What could be fucking better than that? There is nothing. That is the actual pinnacle of it all.
Yep.
It's like when you get to communicate to help somebody. So for me as a trainer, when I'm at work, I get to talk to people all day. And so then when I get done with being at work, guess what I do? I go home and I get to stay quiet and I get to chill.
Recover.
And then I get to go the next day and do that. I think if many people could repair their nervous system, if they could take that attitude with whatever job that they have. Because if you get to spend time talking to people at work and engaging with them and like talking to people, you're socializing. It's just drinking a beer and socializing. I think you almost have to drink a beer and socialize if you're going to do it. Why?
Sure.
Because intrinsically you understand you're doing something you're not supposed to, which is just socialize for socializing's sake. And you're like, I better drink something. I better smoke some weed to let down the anxiety. Because why am I here? What am I really here to do when it comes to socializing? Evolutionarily, I'm here to communicate to accomplish a goal, a functional goal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
people
and-
have turned socializing.
and the whole
into-
small talk thing. It's like it's just an awkward like.
and that's
No
and-
one- wants to
Well,
do
it
it.
also becomes a game of social hierarchies and gossip
Yes,
and
yes,
things
yes.
like that, which is not
unfortunate.
functional.
It's saddening.
Yeah.
Like that is just saddening. The fact that we're just so apt to want to either make poor or rich people or black people or women or men or whatever it may
Yep.
be, or
Yep.
brown people,
Yep.
the enemy,
Yeah.
instead of just like saying, okay, like what's structurally going wrong with
Right.
the world to where it makes some people have and some people have not.
Right.
Why is it so awkward for me to say the things that I say many times? Because it just takes the advantage away from people
That's right.
who kind of feed on the negligence, on
Yes.
the ignorance in many regards. And so it's like, and a lot of times it's, you have people that are engaged in misinformation.